Alright, so this is buying and losing investment. As we go ahead and buy certain things, we lose a certain amount. So if we buy like a new, let me see, Mustang, right when we drive it off the lot, it may have cost us like $23,000. But when we go ahead and drive it off the lot, right then and there, its equity is $22,000. Right when we go ahead and drive it off. So this is how much you are worth because that's what you own. Now, when we buy a car, we usually use something called we usually use payments, and we have to ask for something called a car loan. And so there's some things to be considered. So we have this particular person, Christina, is considered buying a new car with a sticker price of $23,599. Her credit union offers her a 3-year car loan. That's very important that we understand 3-year car loan at 5.99% annual percentage rate. This doesn't mean that this is the compounding. When we look for compounding, this always starts with the word compounding. Now, since we have a car here, we automatically know that this is compounded monthly. That's the way it does. So it has, let me see. So that's all that. With 10% as a down payment, that's really important because that takes our payment out a little bit. So let's go ahead and use this information to go ahead and come up with this information. So we start out with a 3-year car loan. So it's 3 times 12, which is going to give us 36, but I just put it like that. 5.99% principal. So this is where it gets a little bit kind of hectic. 23,599. But we also subtract 10%, so that's 23,599 times 0.10. That way we go ahead and get rid of that 10%. Payment, we're going to find this out, so we don't know what that is yet. And FV, we always try to pay it off, so it always has to be equal to 0. So let's go ahead and find out this information really quick. So finance. So I have most of my information right here. 3 times 12 right here. 599. This one right here, this is not proper, so we're going to go ahead and change that to 23,599. Well, why did I put 26? 23,599 minus 23,599 times 0.10. And that's what it gives me, 23,9.1. Because we paid off that amount. That amount is gone. So now let's find out what our payments are. Remember to have it in the end mode. We need to have this in the end mode. And second, enter. So it's $646.03. Well, probably 4 cents. So let's see, $646.04. So that's our monthly payment. Now, Christina's car will be worth this amount in 3 years. They probably looked at Kelly Lou book and looked at this particular car and said this will lose this much value within the next 3 years. So we can go ahead and look at that later. So what will the total cost of the car be at the end of the loan? So we're looking at cost of the car to you. So this is the equity. That's our equity that we are worth after that. After we pay off this car, we're worth this amount. This is the money that we're worth. So what we're going to do is we're going to find out how much it costs because it's like you have that car. You can get out a car loan based off of the fact that you have this car equity. So first off, we're going to go ahead and find out what that total cost is. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the car payment that we did and find out the total cost of paying this. So it's 36 times $646 and 4 cents. So let's get out of this. 646.04 times 36 months. So the payment is costing us a total of $23,257. $23,257 and 44 cents. So that's how much this is actually costing us. That's the actual total payment, which is about, let me see, since We have that amount. It's costing us a little bit more. This is not too bad. So now we subtract our equity. So we have the $23,257.44. And we subtract what we're worth today, $14,250.00. So let's see. So we have that number minus 14,250. And then we basically paid $9,007.44. So $9,007.44. That's how much we paid into this particular car. That's our cost. Now, benefits of getting a car loan. Number one, you can get the car without having to pay the full amount. That's really important. Not having to pay this full amount. Okay? At the time of our purchase. The costs to us are the interest. We have to pay extra interest. Them. Right. Costs are interest, the down payment, and also the loss of value. The car loses the value. All right, so we have a couple of other things to look at. We have another option. Dealership offers a 0% and 0% APR for 2 years. The car will be worth $17,623. Okay, what will the monthly payments be under this condition? So monthly payments, real easy to go ahead and do in this condition. We have to take that $23,599 and divide that by 12. 2399 divided by 12. So it's 599. So that's going to be approximately 1966. Oh, wait a minute. Divided by 12, it should be 24 because it's for 2 years. So it's 2399 divided by 24. So it's $983.23. Okay, so that's what happens right there with that. Okay, so that's our monthly payment. Now, well, how much would be the total cost of the car if Christina takes this loan? Well, this is her equity that she's worth. We're going to subtract that from the amount for our loan. Then we get a total of $5,970. So you have to decide which is better. The cost right here, we're going to go ahead and look at this payment compared to the payment that we're making over here, which is $646. Maybe you can't make that, make one payment from, maybe you can't make the $900 payment. Maybe you can make the $600 payment only. But if you look at the total cost is less on you in the long run. And so, just looking at equity and all that. So we'll talk about this more in class. See ya.